In a time that paddle processors rule the world, is there still a space for paddles? Today, I'll help you to choose incredible paddles for your paddle board. Come on, let's check this out. Hi, my name is Paulussi. It's a pleasure to have you here. The stars of the day are already on the board, and my intention with this video is to show how I use my paddles and to talk a little bit more about, is there still a space for paddles? I mean, so many paddle processors around the world, incredible portability. Is there still a space for paddles? And the answer for me is so sure. There will be always a space for paddles. I mean, everything that the paddle processors emulates is the true paddles and amplifier and cabinets. There will be always a space for amazing paddles. And my intention with this class today is to help you to understand a little bit more about this world, how you can think your paddles, how you can make incredible combinations using the nowadays profile, to work straight in line. So let's talk about the stars of the day. A toner, so important. It's a TU3. Here, one of my favorite overdrives ever. It's a Continuum made by Collateral FX. It's a Brazilian custom shop company that already sells on the United States and so many dealers. It is a combination between two amazing paddles. Two of the most iconic paddles ever. This is a Clone and this is a TS10. Continuum is a mention of John Mayer's sound. And the combination of these two guys are really incredible. I'll show how I use it, but before it, here I have the Tone X1 that I use as a 2-channel amplifier. Here on the orange lights I have the green channel of the Bogner Ecstasy. The clean and the Fender stuff. And on the blue-purple light, I have the red channel of the same amplifier, the Bogner Ecstasy. All of them with the same cabinet. That's for sure one of the best things in the world when you are using impulse response. To use the same cabinet helps you to set your sound the best way. Here I have a volume pedal made by my friend and one of the most iconic guitar players in Brazil, called Faísca. He made this. It's a passive pedal, doesn't need a power supply, and it's a volume pedal. It goes after my amplifiers and cabinet, and just turning on my foot I can have a bass volume and a solo volume. By the way guys, I'd like to invite you to know more about Faísca. He's one of the best players in the world for sure, one of the most iconic guitar players ever in Brazil, and responsible for so many incredible solos of so many artists. Well, after my volume pedal, I have this incredible chorus, analog chorus, made also by Collateral FX, which is the Demoiselle chorus. Simple controls with an incredible quality. That's the way I set it. You can also see a light blinking here, indicating the speed. The more I increase it, faster is the light blinking. And here is my depth control. For sure, one of the most incredible chorus ever. And here there goes my favorite delay pedal, the SDA3. This is a version of the incredible, iconic, unforgettable SD3000. We're talking about a Van Halen delay stuff. The Rack Unity SD3000 was known by the wet dry wet system used by our great master Ed Van Halen. In this pedal we have a smallest version of this iconic sound. Well, now that you know everybody, let's talk about how I set them all. The first thing I'd like to talk about is that I always make my sound thinking about clean, crunchy, and drive. This incredible 3 steps are the perfect combination to reach any kind of tone. So the first step I make is to set my clean sound, and after using the effects, this is the sound that I have with my clean sound with the reverb native from the Tonex system. And in this case I'm using an incredible Stratocaster, also a Brazilian custom shop called Paulussi. In this configuration of 1 humbucker, 2 singles, I love using a compressor with my clean sound. So to get a little bit more space on the board, I already set in my clean sound already on the Tonex system my compressor. It is with the attack on the maximum weight, and the rest of the parameters are controlled. This is the sound. Before talking a little bit more of the pedals, I'd like to talk a little bit of this guitar. I have a Cedar Buddy at an incredible roasted maple neck with the Brazilian rosewood fingerboard on it. All my pickups are Seymour Duncan, I mean SSL2, 59 custom hybrid. I'd like to invite you to know more about Paulussi guitars for sure. These are incredible guitars that already sells all around the world, so you're my guest to know it. So one thing I love is to use clean boosts on my overdrive channel. I mean, that's a clone. So the interaction between each other here are amazing. The pedal doesn't change the tone of the Tonex pedal and gives me a compression and an incredible equalization, even that it's not an equalizer pedal itself. When you turn on a boost, a clean boost, you feel that the high frequencies have a little cut, and I love the sound of that. Let me show you. Here I have the normal clean. Now I turn on the pedal. Once you have your sound structure done, the effects are like a kind of a sauce. I mean, it just gives a new flavor, but the structure are already made. So I never turn off my clone pedal on my continuum. It keeps all time turn it on. And here I don't use any gain, just the volume, and until the pedal are not having any kind of distortion of overdrive. I'll use the chorus with the clean you heard for you to see a little bit more of this incredible tool. I love 80s, so all of my sounds are based on it. I mean, if you give a little bit of delay on it, you have tones like incredible ballads from 80s. Well, this iconic sound works for so many songs at the same time and for so many things actually we see every day. Well, my second stage here is gonna be just my DS working just as a crunchy with my clean sound. So the first stage of mine is the clean sound, the second one is also the clean sound on the amp, but the overdrive working as a soft overdrive option. This pedal is really incredible. You can use both pedals or the one you choose. And no matter the one you choose, you can use how you prefer. I always use my red channel, always turn it on, and I just use the green channel, the TS, when I want an overdrive. Now I'd like to introduce you to the red channel of the popular Ecstasy here on Tone X. I love combining this channel. There's already a reverb with the amplifier. I love a plate reverb, and I love the sound of this incredible delay. I have some controls beyond the normal delay control. I'm in depth and rate, which I can use to make it a little bit more 80s if I want, a high cut, and an offset mode that can increase a little bit a little voice to the tail of the delay. And if I just turn on the chorus on the same way I use for the plain sound, I have amazing overdriven sounds on 80s stuff again. Here I have my volume control that I'll show a bass and a solo volume. Bass volume. Well, I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'd like to invite you again to know the page and the work of my friend Guilherme from Collateral Effects, to know more about his two pedals and so many other products, incredible products. I also would like to invite you to know more about Tone X stuff on IK Multimedia website. For sure one of the best products ever released. And also to invite you to know more about the pedals and pedal processors of Boss on the website. This delay pedal is really amazing, and for sure it's my favorite in the world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, to leave your comments. See you on the next video.